Hi guys, it's Ilya right here, and today we're talking about tier 10 German super heavy tank Maus, which got a serious buff in the previous patch. A buff which it really needed, because so far Maus was just a shitload of hit points and some extra shots of damage for you, but now not can only it withstand your fire better, but it can also give you quite a punch back. So let's first have a look at the armor of this tank. There were several weak areas which were improved. First of all, the turret cheeks, which got, instead of 240, they are now 260, which is quite a buff, yeah, which is just enough to bounce off some tier 10 heavy tanks shells, most of the time, even when looking directly at the enemy, let alone when you're angling your turret, but you should have angled it anyway. But for now, it's definitely more reliable, you can say. Then this little area, which was 200 millimeters, I don't think anyone really tried to shoot it, apart from players who cheat modifications which aim automatically at the weakest part of the enemy. So that wasn't a big problem, because yeah, it never really happened to me at least. But it's always good to have weak area, yeah, improved. And the third weak area, which wasn't also really popular, but was a trouble for this tank actually, at least against good players who knew that area, is behind the track. There is this side armor, which is not covered by the side screen. Right here, when you're angling your tank and it's all like super armored, blah 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 blah, 300 millimeters. Here it was 80 millimeters, now it's 140. And you see effective armor here of 215, but we're not taking into account the track. So with the track, it's already, you see, it's almost 300 millimeters. This is what it is now, and it was way smaller, like 200, I think, in the previous patch. So that's actually also a very important and serious buff. So overall, the armor was improved so much that when this tank is playing the right way, you can't almost penetrate it in the front, and this is really awesome. For such a slow tank, there has to be this kind of advantage for it, at least. And also it got extra now it has 3200 hit points, which means it got extra 200 hit points. Not much, but definitely nice thing. While I'm talking about the rest, let's just watch my second battle on Maus since the 9.17.1 patch. It's really just a second battle, and we'll discuss the firepower of Maus, which was changed significantly and changed into a better direction, so to say. We still have rather mediocre penetration of 246, which is generally enough, but sometimes when you have a lot of well-armored enemies, yeah, you will have to fire some premium rounds. Also take into account that sometimes shooting the weaker spots of the enemies is difficult because you are so tall, and even 8 degrees of gun depression sometimes is not enough, because you are just that tall. Apart from that, about the gun, first the reload. As you can see, my reload is roughly 10 seconds instead of 13 seconds or what it was before, like 14 maybe. 10 seconds is just awesome. It's so comfortable to give nice 490 punch, or at least try to, every 10 seconds, but not, yeah, 13, I think it was 13. Apart from that, a very much improved gun stabilization. You see that I don't really need to aim for a long time, because I can just turn my turret, look at my enemy for half a second, and I'm already aimed enough to shoot more or less accurately. And it was just a logical thing to do, because, come on, the tank is so slow, it's so weird that when you just barely turn your turret, your aiming circle like flies to the different sides of the screen. So finally it makes sense that the very slow and slowly turning its turret tank doesn't get too much dispersion from turning it moving. Also, the accuracy of the tank was improved by 0.02, So this, well, you can even call Mouse a sniper heavy tank, which is also nice. But with this penetration of 246, I think it's really good that the tank can at least aim at the weaker spots more or less reliably to hit them. But even that is not everything. The aiming time of the gun was also improved by 0.1. I can't really remember by heart the numbers, but the thing is that the gun got so much buff, like here a bit and there a bit and there a bit, that in total, oh well, and the reload of course significantly, that in total your firepower, your effectiveness increased incredibly. Not that you only fire much quicker, which is also a great thing. Yeah, and I didn't hit the lower plate here because I'm too tall. But also, you can put your shots in more accurately, which is also much of effectiveness for you. Mouse became some really serious firepower, not only armor power, you can say. And even, well, if you can't use your gun properly, if you get to some Malinovka, well, you see I'm carrying binoculars, and that is for that case, when you're rushing a Malinovka field, if you do it wisely, if you do it like from one side of Malinovka, to prevent being shot from everywhere. I'm carrying binoculars because I will be detract, so I can use binoculars and spot from our team. But that's not the point. This is what Mouse was even before the patch. But still, from this patch and on, it can really live longer, which means that you can even spot for more damage on such open maps if you try to do some crazy stuff. Because no matter how Mouse is improved, in current world of tanks, it's still sometimes just a fun tank. You do some crazy stuff in it sometimes. Of course, you're now total king, total boss on Ansk, on Himmelsdorf, on Ruinburg, and a few other city maps or maps with nice city areas in there. But still, you can do so much crazy stuff on this tank. Not that I really enjoyed it so much before, but I definitely enjoy it much more now, because at least if you spot someone on the other side of the field, you can actually hit the enemy, because your gun is so much stabilized and it's so accurate and so comfortable to aim. So even though you can be kind of a scout for your team, you still can do like 2.5, maybe 3,000 damage. And come on, 3,000 damage for tier 10 heavy tank, it's an okay result. Like, it's not outstanding, it's not 6,000, it's not 4,000, but 3,000 is a good result for a tank, for any tier 10 tank. So Mouse really now became able to do these 3,000 damage like in every battle, or at least spot for 3 or 4,000 damage. The overall effectiveness of the tank just improved so much. It got really so comfortable, so nice, and it's hard to explain with words. You have to try it, actually. Even though you're like all slow, 20 kilometers an hour, yeah. But you started to feel your power. You started to feel that not that you're only super heavy and super slow and only look like power, you are really power. And that is really great. This is an awesome feeling. So if you have Mouse, then it's definitely time to play it. If you don't have it, you could really grind to it, because right now it's in its best shape within so many years. Also very nice tank for completing TT15. I'm not sure if there is any other heavy tank, especially now, especially after armor buff, which can complete TT15 so easily. If you found this video interesting, please like it to help me promote it. Subscribe to the channel not to miss anything interesting. And of course, play Mouse. Thank you and goodbye.